What up, YouTube? Is your boy Black Wolf, and today we are back with a banger. I worked really hard, wrote a script and everything. So, one of the problems I've noticed in the Marvel rival community, especially when it comes to these bigger name streamers, is that they come up with the same thing. All of them are butt buddies on Discord. They're all just sitting there fiending, itching. Hey yo, Steve, what's wrong? Oh man, I see you just dropped a tier list, my nigga. But I've been fiending to drop this tier list too. That's it. That's all the Marvel rival community is. So I'm here to actually contribute in a positive way. What makes you qualified? I hear the dweeb ass nigga about to say. You feel me? So what makes me qualify, you dumbass nigga? I will tell you what makes me qualified. The same thing that makes you qualified. Being a fucking certified loser, gang. You feel me? AKA having so much time to put in these games. I'm gonna go over my history, right? If you follow my channel, you'll see that I started this Marvel rival journey into year 2 after taking like 8 months off, close to a year. Right? So if we go through my stats for the season, you will see that I didn't really play a lot. But I've played a lot in other games. I played a lot in Overwatch. I played a lot in Smite. An unholy amount of time in Smite, gang. Unholy amount of time in Smite. So I know from a fundamental point of view where the developers are coming from. Because I've been engaged in this MOBA type of playstyle for years, gang. Since I was 13. I'm 30 years old now. Since I was 13. So I understand how these characters are being designed. And the problem with the Marvel rival community is that, one, you have casual players that make up the bulk of the player base. They're not competitive. The game was designed to be competitive, but the player base isn't competitive. They're not used to that. I be saying this, they're not used to that. You have a bunch of soft-ass casual niggas in these high-pressure elos, in these high-pressure competitive state of game, right? These niggas will not last a match in a League of Legends lobby, bro. You feel me? You go play League of Legends, dog. You're cooked. You're cooked. The average Marvel rival community is cooked after one match in League of Legends because they can't handle it. They don't have the backbone. So to help alleviate that, we are going to start off this series. I want to start something new, a series where I redesign characters I feel like is left behind. Starting with my main man, Thor. Thor is criminal. What the devs have done to Thor is criminal. Justice for Thor, free him. They got him locked up in the gulag for no reason. Why? So let's fix that, right? And how I want to fix it is nothing crazy. They don't need to do like an overhaul, nothing crazy like that, right? Marvel rival is like crack, gang. You feel me? It's like crack, bro. You first time playing it, you get hooked. You get hooked. The devs know they got you. They don't got to do a single thing after that. They know they got you. They're sitting on gold and they know it. but the problem is a lot of these characters they need reworks. So let's start with Thor. Let's start with the big dog himself, laying down pipe. So how I would rework these characters is through the team ups. I feel like the team ups, get rid of anchor. Get rid of anchor characters. The idea of a team up should feel like, well, it's in the fucking name, gang. A team up, it should take two parties to get value from the skill. And when two characters that have a team up or on the same team, it should feel impactful, right? It should overhaul the characters completely playstyle wise. So let's dive into that. Starting with my man Thor right here, right? We're gonna showcase his team up with Agela. So everything should revolve around the two characters and them synergizing with each other to give a greater value to the player for having that. So having two experienced players, two mains, two characters who main their respectable mains, teaming up on a team, they should be able to utilize their kit in a more aggressive way than somebody that does not, main that character. And that should be implemented within these characters' kit. So having Thor abilities just be the same without Agela, that's fine, right? The only thing I would change about Thor is his bubble, and we'll get there later on. His bubble should be like the main ability that links him to Agela, and we'll get there when we switch over to Agela. So the team up ability, get rid of the anchor. It's stupid having an anchor character is dumb in my opinion. A team up should feel like a team up. It should feel like you're playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance gang. I don't know if some of y'all are too young for that, but Marvel Ultimate Alliance, when you use a team up, it's a team up. The two characters get active. They engage and you get results. But in Marvel Rivals, it's only one character oftentimes that gets the bonus, and it shouldn't be like that. So let's head over to Agela. Let's head over to Agela. Right? This is the passive that they got, the team up ability that they got. It's lame as fuck. Thor just kind of throws a spear and then follows up with a hammer smash that does absolutely jack shit. If anything, in most scenarios, all that does is put Thor in the line of fire. That's all it does. It really, it's very situational to where I feel the need while playing Thor to utilize the passive, to utilize the team up. It's such a dumb team up. So get rid of anchor characters. It should feel like something like Bucky and Cap. How Cap presses a button and Bucky has to press the button, and the two have to like plan it out to get massive result. It should feel like that, right? So this is what I suggest. I suggest a complete overhaul when two characters are teaming up. We'll start off with how Thor affects Agela. Agela should get lightning AoE from this. When she dives and she's paired up with Thor, she should have the ability to spread a lightning AoE when she lands on the floor, right? So each time that she dives and she's paired up with Thor, there should be some form of lightning AoE to further increase the tick damage that she's getting from that. That would make her deadlier and make up for the lack of damage that Agela has. These team ups should cover the other character's weakness. That should primarily be how it should work, right? So Agela lacks damage, but by Thor giving her lightning, she makes up for that. So imagine Thor being on team, Agela getting the ability to spread lightning AoE. That will come in handy later on to Thor's bubble. Keep that in mind when we get there. So she dives, lands, lightning AoE, lightning spreading across the floor, doing tick damage, further increasing her lethality. You feel me? Making her lethal. So that is the goal for this team up ability right here. Lightning AoE. Instead of a spear, imagine her chucking a lightning bolt that does the same thing, that pins people down. Kind of like Thor. Like, she does a lightning spear that pins people down, continuously spreads lightning AoE on the floor. Alright? And then going back to Thor. How can Thor benefit from this? Let's go to his bubble. Right? This is his ultimate. Thor's ultimate's fine. Maybe when Agela is paired up, give him wings. Maybe he gets a golden wing that increases his mobility. Because the one thing I will say about Thor, it's slow as hell. People can dodge out of it. It's not that hard to avoid. So by him being paired up with Agela, right, he gains the wings on his ultimate, increasing his flying speed while he's doing that. But let's get to his bubble. This is what I want for Thor in this bubble. His bubble is lame as fuck, right? Right now, all it does is it grounds flying enemies, and it gives him like, I think 2 extra runes or some shit. But let's add an extra step to that. If you get caught in Thor's bubble, you should be marked, kind of like Black Panther's mark, right? You should be marked. And when Thor goes into Ruin Awakening mode, if he hits an enemy while they're marked, they should do like some form of AoE explosion, some form of AoE lightning explosion that does burst damage to nearby enemy allies. So something like that, right? To where if Agela is on the team, Thor is able to mark him when they're inside his bubble. And then enemies that are marked has two functions. One, if they're hit by Agela, Agela instantly can go like get her thing back, the poke where she can launch you far as fuck. That should be a refresh for her. And also for Thor, it should be Mjolnir. If you hit an enemy that's marked with Mjolnir, that enemy should do an AoE explosion damage, and any other enemy that's marked by Mjolnir gets ricocheted. Something like Captain America's shield, how it bounces off of enemies. It should be something like that, where if you mark enemies through Thor bubble, you throw Mjolnir at them, it should ricochet off of those marked enemies, right? The problem with the Mjolnir throw is it's lame as hell. You go to Thor, you look at the Mjolnir throw, it's lame as fuck. Does no damage. Does absolutely no damage. And it's so hard to land in combat. So there needs to be, in my opinion, there needs to be some form of reward for pulling it off in combat. And that reward should be hitting your marked enemies with it so you can get ricochet, AoE ricochet damage, and helping Agela out. So if you hit an enemy that's marked, if you hit an enemy with Mjolnir, right, or your bubble, it should mark them. Hit another enemy that's marked with Mjolnir, ricochet. Right? Ricochet the hammer. And if you hit an enemy in your rune form, while your rune is awakened, it should do continuous AoE burst damage in that area. These are the changes I would make to Thor's kit. Right? Give him the wings when paired up with Agela. It can just be like a quick animation, doesn't have to be permanent. But when he's flying at all, he gets increased flight speed. That includes his Mjolnir throw. I would completely overhaul this ability altogether, right here, and make it so that if Agela ults and Thor uses this ability into Angela's ult, it should increase the time that enemies are binded, right? What am I trying to do? I am trying to increase the value of these players by rewarding experienced players who know how to utilize these characters as kits. So the more knowledge you have of these characters, the more you can synergize with them. So it's not like the game is giving you a free win. You have to work for it. So that's it. I got more ideas. Wolverine, Hulk, and the Thing is next. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm just talking up my ass, or let me know if you vibing with me. If you're like, yo, Black Wolf, you onto something? Yeah, I know, dumb nigga. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help. So that's it. That's all the idea I got for you today. I got the Wolverine and Thing and Hulk video coming next. Like and subscribe, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day, you too. Stay blessed. DPS, look the fuck back.